Level 1. The Limited Scorer. Starting with the lowest level, a level 1 scorer struggles to create points on their own. They usually score only on simple plays only. Keys to this level: low points per game and per 36 minutes. Even if they played starter minutes, their scoring would still be low. Low true shooting. True shooting percentage tells how efficient a player is when you count twos, threes, and free throws together. Level 1 players need many tries to get a few points. Almost no self-creation. They rarely beat a defender off the dribble or create a good shot late in the clock. Most makes come from others setting them up. Tight scoring range. Most shots are right at the rim. Little to no mid-range pull-up. Little to no three-point threat. Defenders can sag off them without getting punished. Free throws do not save them. They don't draw fouls often, so they don't get easy points at the line. Spacing problems. Because defenders ignore them on the perimeter, the lane gets crowded for teammates. What they do well: they cut hard, run in transition, and crash the glass. When they score, it's usually off a pass, a broken play, or a putback. Why they stay in the league: they bring effort, defense, and team spirit. But as a scorer, they are level 1 until they add a reliable jumper, a go-to move, and better free throw rate. Summary: a level 1 scorer struggles to create points on their own. Most of their baskets come from someone else setting them up. They usually score on simple plays like open cuts to the rim, putbacks, or fast breaks. These players are on the court for energy, defense, or hustle, not offense. Examples: Andre Drummond, Peyton Watson, and Patrick Beverly. Level 2. The role-specific scorer. A level 2 scorer adds a few reliable ways to score, but still depends heavily on teammates. Spot-up reliability. They hit open threes at a decent rate off of kickouts or ball rotation. If a defender helps off them, they can make the defense pay. Limited dribble creation. They can take 1 or 2 dribbles to attack a closeout, but struggle when forced to create off of isolation. Most of their scoring starts from someone else's drive or screen. Moderate efficiency. Their shooting percentages stay average because they take smart shots inside the offense, but they rarely score in volume. Few trips to the line. They don't draw many fouls because they avoid contact-heavy drives. Most points come from jumpers or layups. Predictable tendencies. Defenders know their favorite spots, usually corners for threes or simple layups. Once pressured, their scoring disappears. Team dependence. They rely on stars to create. The more elite playmakers they play beside, the easier their looks become. Stat snapshot: 7 to 11 points per game, around 44% from the field, and below 3 free throws per night. Consistent, but never a threat to lead the team. Why they matter: a level 2 scorer stretches the floor, punishes mistakes, and keeps defenses honest. Summary: a level 2 scorer adds a few reliable ways to score, but still depends heavily on teammates to create looks. These players can knock down open shots, finish on the fast break, and hit spot-up threes when the ball finds them. They don't draw many fouls and rarely take over games, but they help stars by keeping defenders honest. Examples: Alex Caruso, Josh Hart, and Grayson Allen. Level 3. The system scorer. A level 3 scorer thrives when the offensive system creates opportunities for them. They can handle a higher shot volume than a pure role player, but still need structure to be effective. Dependable mid-level output. They average between 14 and 18 points per game. Their scoring looks steady, not explosive. They perform best when coaches design actions for them, like pin downs, curls, or pick and pops. Good mechanics. Limited burst. Their shooting form and touch are solid, but they lack elite speed or separation ability. They beat slower defenders but struggle against top defenders one-on-one. Efficient in comfort zones. They have hot spots where they're consistent, like the elbows, short corner, or top of the key 3. Defenders who force them out of those zones can neutralize them. Some self-creation. They can post up smaller defenders or use 1 to 2 dribbles into a jumper, but extended isolation or late clock possessions often fail. Respectable free throw rate. They attack mismatches enough to draw fouls occasionally, maintaining around 4 to 6 free throws a game. Steady, but rarely explosive. They have the skill to score 25 plus in a night, but not repeatedly. When stars sit out, their numbers dip under double coverage. Stat snapshot: 45 to 48 field goal percentage, 35 to 38% from 3 and near 80% from the free throw line. Dependable, but not dominant. Team role: these scorers fill the third option slot. They punish defensive lapses, create balance, and help stretch the defense. Summary: a level 3 scorer thrives inside a structured offense. They can handle a bigger scoring load, but only when the system creates their looks, screens, mismatches, or set plays. They're consistent from certain areas like mid-range jumpers, corner threes, or post-up spots. They have decent footwork, a steady shot, and can attack a mismatch, but they aren't great at beating top defenders off the dribble. When the team's main stars sit, their numbers drop because they need those stars to draw defensive pressure. They serve as the team's third scoring option. Examples: Tobias Harris, R.J. Barrett, and Michael Porter Jr. Level 4, the secondary creator. A level 4 scorer can generate their own offense and attack from multiple areas of the floor. They aren't the team's primary option, but they can take over stretches of a game when the main star sits or gets trapped. Multiple scoring tools: they can shoot from mid-range, finish strong at the rim, and hit open threes. Their handle and footwork allow them to drive or pull up depending on the defense. Improved shot creation: they can beat defenders off the dribble and score without needing a screen every time. They recognize angles, use hesitations, and attack closeouts effectively. Consistent production: they average around 20 to 23 points per game and can maintain it even against strong defenders. Athletic finishing: they draw fouls through contact, use Euro steps, and finish through big men. Their body control lets them turn tough shots into makeable ones. Mid-range command: they trust the pull-up jumper, an essential tool when the lane is crowded. This makes them unpredictable because defenders can't just back off. Spotlight weakness: they can still struggle with double teams or elite help defense. Their reads are improving, but not elite. So turnovers or forced shots happen under pressure. Stat snapshot: 46 to 49% from the field, 35 to 37% from 3, 75 to 77% from 3-point range, 80% at the line. Usage rate is higher than average, but not primary level. Team role: the perfect number 2 scoring option. When defense is key on the star, they exploit gaps, attack mismatches, and sustain scoring momentum. Summary: a level 4 scorer can generate their own offense in multiple ways. They aren't the first scoring option, but they can become it when the main star rests or struggles. These players attack off the dribble, pull up from mid-range, finish strong at the rim, and hit open threes. They can beat defenders one-on-one and get to the line by absorbing contact. Their scoring averages hover around 20 points per game, and they're athletic enough to create space on their own. When paired with a superstar, they're deadly because defenses can't guard both threats. Examples: Jaylen Brown, Anthony Edwards, and Brandon Ingram. Level 5, the primary scorer. A level 5 scorer is the offensive engine of their team. Everything runs through them: isolation sets, pick and rolls, and late shot clock possessions. Complete shot arsenal: they can score at all 3 levels, at the rim, mid-range, and from 3-point range. They use footwork, shot fakes, and body angles to generate space. High usage, high output. They average around 26 to 29 points per game while facing the opponent's best defender every night. Their team's offense collapses when they're off the floor. Advanced handle and reads: they use crossovers, step backs, and spins to beat defenders. They also read double teams and can pass out of traps to create open shots for teammates. Elite conditioning: they maintain scoring consistency even with heavy minutes. Their scoring dips only slightly on back-to-backs or during long road trips. Efficient under pressure: they can deliver in clutch moments, end-of-quarter plays, game winners, or playoff closeouts, because they stay calm and can score without a set play. High free throw volume: they draw fouls frequently and get easy points at the line, often taking 7 to 10 free throws per game. Defensive gravity: Defenses send double teams, rotate early, and build schemes specifically to stop them. This attention opens space for everyone else. Stat snapshot: 46 to 48% from the field, 37% from 3, 85% and above at the line. These players are consistent threats to score 40 on any given night. Team role: they are the franchise face, the player the team relies on to set the tone, draw coverage, and close games. Summary: a level 5 scorer is the offensive leader with every play flowing through them. They can score from anywhere: layups, pull-ups, fadeaways, deep threes, in isolation, pick and roll, or late shot clock situations. Averaging 30 points per game and facing elite defenders every night. They maintain strong efficiency even with heavy minutes and constant defensive pressure. Their mix of skill, strength, and control makes them elite, and when they sit, the offense noticeably slows down. Examples: Jason Tatum, De'Aaron Fox, Donovan Mitchell. Level 6, the superstar scorer. A level 6 scorer not only leads their team in scoring, but also reshapes how defenses play the entire game. Their scoring comes from elite skill, court vision, and decision-making that force opponents into impossible choices. Total control of pace. They dictate the rhythm of the game. Whether they walk the ball up or push in transition, everything moves at their speed. Defenders react, they never control. 3-level mastery. They can hit deep threes, score in the mid-range with step backs or floaters, and finish through or around contact in the paint. Their touch and balance allow them to make tough shots look routine. Scoring and playmaking blend. They can score 35 or record 12 assists depending on what the defense gives. When double-teamed, they find the open man instantly, keeping the offense efficient. Isolation and pick-and-roll dominance. They punish switches by attacking slower defenders or posting up smaller ones. Every screen set for them creates a threat to score or assist. Unpredictable shot making. They can shoot off balance, off the wrong foot, or through contact. Because of that, defenses can't anticipate when or how they'll shoot. Drawing fouls is a weapon. They master timing, using pump fakes and body contact to draw fouls and live at the free throw line. Heavy defensive focus. Opponents trap, hedge, and rotate early just to slow them down, yet they still find scoring gaps. Stat snapshot: 30 to 33 points per game, near 50% field goal percentage, and double-digit assists or rebounds. Their impact stretches far beyond raw points. Team role: the offense is built entirely around them. When they sit, scoring efficiency drops dramatically because no one else can create the same pressure. Summary: a level 6 scorer changes entire defensive structures. They control pace, spacing, and tempo with total command. They score from all 3 levels: deep threes, mid-range jumpers, and finishes through contact in the paint. They combine scoring and playmaking, reading defenses to decide whether to attack or pass. These players average 30-plus points per game and can take over at will. Every screen set for them becomes a scoring threat. They have elite ability to draw fouls and live at the free throw line. Opponents design entire game plans around stopping them, but it rarely works. Even double teams can't contain their shot creation or floor vision. Examples: Luka Doncic, gilgeous-alexander, and Damian Lillard. Level 7, the generational scorer. A level 7 scorer stands at the top of the basketball world. These players make elite defenses look helpless, using precision, skill, and efficiency rarely seen in NBA history. They don't just score, they redefine how scoring is done. Effortless efficiency. They average around 30 points on elite percentages, often above 50% from the field, near 40% from 3, and around 90% from the line. This rare combination is called the 50-40-90 standard, a mark of all-time offensive mastery. Unstoppable from any spot. Every area on the court is a scoring zone. They can rise over any defender, pull up off one dribble, or hit a turnaround fadeaway over perfect coverage. Their shot release is so quick and high that blocks are nearly impossible. Adaptability. They adjust instantly. If defenders overplay the jumper, they drive. If help collapses, they spin, step back, or pull up before contact. They read coverage as it happens, not after. Mismatch proof. No defender type works. Small guards can't contest, wings can't stay in front, and bigs get stretched out. Double teams just create open shooters. High scoring consistency. They can drop 40 points on minimal dribbles or dominate within the flow of the offense. Their scoring doesn't depend on volume. It's built on precision. Playoff reliability. In the postseason, where defenses tighten, their efficiency barely changes. They still produce when the game slows down and every possession counts. All-time craft. Their footwork, release angles, and rhythm are refined through thousands of reps. Every movement has a purpose. No wasted motion, no random shot. Defensive manipulation. Defenders must choose. Send help and open the floor, or stay home and give up impossible jumpers. This control over defensive schemes makes them unguardable. Team role. They are the ultimate offensive weapon. The player who can anchor a championship offense by pure scoring ability alone. Coaches build late-game plays around them, and teammates feed off the defensive panic they create. Examples of the generational scorer. In today's NBA, only a few players truly live in level 7 territory. Filling the giant shoes of former level 7s like Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson, and LeBron James. These are the scorers who combine elite efficiency, unstoppable shot creation, and the ability to dominate any defensive scheme. Kevin Durant, the prototype. Durant defines the standard. At nearly 7 feet tall with guard-level skill, he scores from anywhere. Pull-ups, fades, post turnarounds, or deep threes. His mid-range jumper remains one of the most automatic weapons in basketball history. Defenders can't contest it, and even when they do, it doesn't matter. His 50-40-90 seasons show how efficient an all-time scorer can be without needing endless dribbles. Steph Curry, the range revolution. Curry changed the geometry of basketball. Defenders must guard him 30 feet from the basket, opening space for everyone else. His off-ball movement, lightning-quick release, and elite free throw accuracy make him the most efficient high-volume scorer ever under 6'4". Curry doesn't just hit threes, he destroys defensive systems built for decades of inside play. Luka Doncic, the control master. Luka blends level 6 and level 7 traits. His pace control and creativity let him score from anywhere, even without elite athleticism. He manipulates defenders with angles, strength, and timing, using step backs, floaters, and deep threes to score over taller players. His scoring IQ is already historic for his age. Giannis, the relentless finisher. Giannis reaches level 7 through dominance at the rim. He uses size, strength, and speed to get wherever he wants. Defenses build walls, and he still finds lanes. His physical pressure creates free throws, dunks, and second chance points at a pace few can match. Even without elite shooting, his efficiency near the basket is generational. Jason Tatum, the evolving elite. Tatum continues climbing deeper into level 7 range. He combines smooth shooting mechanics with strength and improved decision-making. When his three-point shot and finishing both click, he becomes one of the few players capable of 50-point games in both the regular season and playoffs. Joel Embiid, the power technician. Embiid dominates from the post, mid-range, and foul line. His free throw rate and face-up jumper give him a scoring profile few centers in history can match. When healthy, his combination of size, touch, and foul pressure puts him firmly in level 7 territory. Devin Booker, the smooth assassin. Booker's scoring flow is pure technique, footwork, patience, and perfect shot form. He scores at all 3 levels and can adjust mid-air or mid-dribble to keep balance and rhythm. His playoff runs showed that when defenses key on him, he can still average 35+ while shooting over 60% from the field. If you learned something new about how the NBA's best get their points, hit subscribe before the shot clock runs out. More deep dive breakdowns are coming, and everyone's a clean swish.